Hey, Scott Spears here for Classic Championship Wrestling. We are at the Blue Fusion here in Marion, and I am sitting between two gigantic men. I feel a little bit nervous because they are both legends, they are both giants, they are both powerhouses in the arena of professional wrestling. To my left, a guy who I've been with a whole lot, haven't been able to shake him in the last year, but he's still floating around. He's Mr. Fantastic, Ox Baker. To my right, a WWE Hall of Famer, legendary figure in the world of professional wrestling, no doubt about it. Co-holder of the WWE Tag Team Championship, first African-American group, was it, Tony?
Yeah.
You and Rocky Johnson to hold the WWE Tag Team Championship. It is the legendary Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. But guess what? For the first time ever, these two are going to be on opposite sides come March the 8th here in Marion at Slamapalooza at the Steve Hogg Rec Center. March the 8th, 775 North Main Street, as Tony Atlas steps in the ring against a new protege of Ox Baker's, but not a new man to the wrestling business. He is legendary bodyguard Mr. Hughes from the AWA, WCW, WWE. It's going to be an epic struggle. Before I get to the loudmouth, I want to get to Mr. USA. I cannot thank you enough, Tony, for making the trip. I know you were overseas recently touring, coming to Marion, Ohio.
Well, you know, Ohio feel like home to me. I'm an old Virginia boy, you know, Virginia Ridge runner. And me and Tommy Wildfire Rich and Bob Armstrong and Wahoo McDaniels, all of us guys from Georgia Championship Wrestling years ago. We used to come to Columbus and Dayton, Ohio, and Mr. Wonderful Paul Ondorf. So every time I come to Ohio, it makes me think about all my good friends that I used to travel up down the highways with years and years ago. And you know, I ran across Ox Baker a couple of times. I went against him in St. Louis, Missouri, you know, for Gonker and other people, wrestling him in the you know, all over the world. And Ox Baker have always been a threat to a lot of young wrestlers. You know, he put a lot of wrestlers out of business. A lot of guys started wrestling, but they had to face Ox Baker. They ended up quitting the business because they said they'd rather walk through hell in a pair of kerosene underwear than to get in the ring with one Ox Baker. And over the years, I know exactly why. So if he got this Mr. Hughes character, and if Mr. Hughes got 1 ounce of Ox Baker toughness and meanness in that ring, I'm going to have my hands full in more ways than one.
Tony,
I don't have to worry about Mr. Hughes inside the ring. I got to worry about not getting it within arm reach of that Ox Baker, because we all know what that hard punch could do to a man.
Killed two people, Alberto Torres, Ray Gunkel. Tony Atlas, I have to ask you this, because this man has made some allusions over the weeks and months leading up to this epic struggle that you've been ducking him for some 30 years. Now, you've never faced him, this is true, but were you ducking him?
I wouldn't say ducking him. It's an old saying, it's better to be safe than to be sorry. And I know Ox Baker's reputation. I've been an athlete my whole life. I want to get in the ring. I want to wrestle my opponent, and I want him to go home to his family. I want him to be safe, and so he can do it again tonight. Ox Baker, on the other hand, all he thought about in the ring was hurting somebody. And Ox Baker, he don't care if he win or lose a match. As long as he could hurt somebody in that ring, he's happy. I've seen Ox Baker go down in defeat in many matches. He may have lost the match, but he always win the fight because the other man is not able to wrestle the next night after Ox Baker turned him loose. So I wouldn't say I was ducking Ox Baker. I'd say I wanted to prolong my career. And I knew if I got in the ring in my earlier years with one Ox Baker, my career would have came to a squeaking halt real fast.
Well,
now that I have watched him over the years, and I think I know how to counteract anything Ox Baker do. You don't get in the ring with a grizzly bear unless you first know how to get out of the ring. And with Ox Baker, I didn't want to get in the ring with the grizzly bear because I didn't know how to get out of it without getting bitten or getting clawed to death or getting mauled to death. And Ox Baker would claw and maul and bite you to death in that ring. And I wasn't prepared for that in my younger days. Now that I'm older and wiser, then I know I can outsmart Ox Baker. I would never be as tough as him. But I'm sure that I'm going to be a lot smarter than him in that ring by avoiding things that I know Ox Baker could do to me to end what career I got left. And I'm not going to let Ox Baker do that.
Ox Baker, the weeks and months you've trashed the name of Tony Atlas, said I won't say trash because you have said nice things about him, but you said he ducked you, you said he wasn't going to come to town, you said all these...
Mr. Hughes, I want you to listen to me. Here's one of the things I want you to be doing Saturday night. I want you to take them big hands of yours, put them around his neck, and squeeze a little bit, because I want to see him choke. He's been dodging me. He's not going to dodge you. Put their hands on his throat and really handle him.
See, not even the announcers are safe from one Ox Baker.
If you got to hit him, Hughes, if you got to scratch him, you got to grab him. Do exactly what and you'll be a winner. You'll get that hand raised, I'm telling you.
Oh, God.
Don't work me up, please.
You get my point?
Yeah, Ox. March the 8th. 24 hours away. Oh, God.
You know, when Hughes gets through with you, Tony Atlas, you might be a different color because he's going to grab that throat of you. I guarantee you.
Tony.
Have you had enough?
I've had enough. I can't take it. Oh, God.
And you want me in the ring with him?
Yeah. Can you take it?
Ox should be locked away in a cage somewhere where people throw food at him, because if you get too close to try to hand him the food, he'll rip your arm off and beat you over the head and complain about the food ain't what he wanted.
Folks, it's March the 8th. It's going to be an unbelievable match.
He's a monster. I'm telling you, he's a monster. Something created by Dr. Frankenstein.
Tony, I got to ask you. The man just put his hands on me. I don't know. I might not even make it tomorrow night.
He was being nice to you.
Oh, that man's got a grip like a grizzly. You got yous in the ring and this guy on the floor. What's your plan?
My plan is to get in and to get out safely. And if I could avoid Mr. Hughes and avoid Ox Baker injury, because I know what they're there for. They're not there to win or lose a match. They don't care nothing about that. They're there to end the career of one Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, and I'm not going to let it happen.
It is going to be an epic struggle, folks.
I don't want you folks. I want you there tomorrow night. I want you to see what I can do. What I can do with Mr. Hughes and Tony Atlas. Oh, yeah.
The guns, baby. And you remember Ox Baker? I'm going to be drop kicking, head scissor, and body slamming, and head batting you all.
I just hope you're there, because I've turned Mr. Hughes loose.
He's not
going to be Mr. Nice Guy anymore. He's going to handle you. You can believe that, boy. Oh, my God.
Ox Baker, I had enough of you.
I'm okay, Ma. Don't worry about me.